y señalar a los árbitros y decir que las canchas están perfectas y todas las mentiras que han dicho acá y hacer conferencia de prensa para decir, no, las canchas están perfectas y vos ves que...
This is Marcelo Bielsa. If you don't know who he is, his nickname is El Loco. Obviously, the Uruguayan national team manager. And he just decided to destroy Conmebol and destroy the United States for hosting this Copa America. Take it as you wish, right? Has the Copa America been perfect? Far from it. Is it the United States' fault? No, not really. Is it mostly Conmebol's fault? Most certainly. These guys wanted the money. They saw the big eyes, they saw Vegas, they got probably mesmerized by some strip clubs in Vegas. They saw the money and said, we're going to go to the United States. And look at what's happened, people. We've had terrible fields. The debacle of a security at the Charlotte game between Uruguay and Colombia, where we saw the horrible scenes with the players having to go into the stands to protect their family. And there's been a blame game. Oh, it's the Uruguayan fans' fault. Oh, no, it's the Colombian fans' fault. Why can't we just come together and just say, hey, look, it was a horrible incident, but blame the security. There's a reason why there's high, tight security at football games in a majority of the world. Because these things can happen, especially when you have both sets of fans sitting next to each other. But Marcelo Bielsa decided to rip everybody with this press conference. Let's watch the rest of it and discuss about it, because he's going to go into the fields and everything.
Las uniones no justifican, no, los campos de entrenamiento están perfectos y Bolivia no entrenó y yo tengo todas las fotos que justifican que son todas mentiras.
Wow. I mean, that is a pretty big statement there. That Bolivia were not even able to have training sessions, and he has the photos to prove it. Marcelo is throwing all the punches right now. He's saying, okay, Conmebol, you want to play that game? Let's play this game. And he's digging out all the dirty laundry on Conmebol, and I love it. These guys deserve it. Alejandro Dominguez is a crook. Whether we like it or not, he is a crook. All he cares about, Dominguez doesn't care about making the game better in South America. No. Why do you think he's really good friends with Infantino? La plata. The money. It's all about the money for these guys. They don't care about the beautiful game. Look, is Marcelo Bielsa a little bit crazy? Of course he is. That's why his nickname is El Loco. But he stands by one thing. Making the game beautiful. And having the integrity of the game as it should be. How can you not even have training sessions? How? Why have I not heard this from Bolivia? Bolivia FA, I don't know what's happening there. I have not heard anything about them not having training session. How can they not have a training session for an important tournament like the Copa America? I know there's been some political unrest in Bolivia. I don't know if that has to do with it or anything like that. But my God, the one thing you should expect if you're a team is to have good preparation for any game at a Copa. To not even, it's criminal. It's criminal. And the players and the managers, they've all complained about the field. It's been too small. The conditions have been terrible. Because most of these stadiums in the United States, they're playing at NFL stadiums. And most of the NFL stadiums are artificial turf. Then they just lay some grass over it and expect it to be perfect. No, it's not going to be like that. Let's continue.
Esto es una plaga de mentirosos. Y nosotros hablamos, y ya dije todo lo que me prometí no decir. Y nosotros hablamos diciendo, no, porque esto es una amenaza, ya van a ver. Scaloni habló una vez, se atrevió a decir que las uniones, si usted ve aparte de esto, son todos errores sabidos. Los norteamericanos no te dicen te doy una cancha perfecta, te dicen te doy una cancha instalada hace 3 días atrás.
Can you imagine that, people? For a big tournament like a Copa America, the oldest international tournament in the world, prestigious, filled with history, with stars like Pele, Maradona, Messi, all of these guys have played in this prestigious tournament. It should be, with the proper marketing, Copa America should almost be bigger than the World Cup. That's just my opinion. But the World Cup, of course, will always be the biggest because it's the world. But you're telling me, in the United States, you cannot go play this, or you can even have proper grass on the field? We're not talking about U17 or just a pickup game between some guys at the Sunday League in Rutger Park or something, or I don't know, somewhere in Kansas City. No, we are talking about professionals who are there to fight for their country, to put a good mark on their country. And we can't even get the most important thing possible correct. And that is the field. That is a travesty. And that is a true... Now, look, you can blame the United States all you want. And I can understand that. That's not Conmebol. This is their product. This is not the United States product. This is Conmebol's product. They need to get that fixed. And they haven't. It's been a travesty.
O X cantidad de días. Y las uniones no cierran. Busca una jugada del partido de ayer en el área chica de Rochet y va a ver que la pelota se tac.
No puede ser.
Y las uniones no cierran. Y los campos de entrenamiento eran un desastre. Y Bolivia no entrenó, claro, Bolivia. Y después el penal a
Marcelo, man, he's coming with straight I mean, he is cooking up the greatest Milanesa right now. They couldn't even have proper training with Bolivia because the field wasn't good? What? I can guarantee you this. If it was Argentina, or if it was Uruguay, or Colombia, or the United States, and this sort of thing was happening, they would immediately find them a proper field. It's Bolivia. Nobody cares. They're just the altitude merchants. Oh, it's okay. Guys, you don't need training. It's all right. It's okay. You're going to go home in a couple days. No. Doesn't matter what team it is. You all should be having the proper resources and fair resources to compete at this. It's incredible. It's just truly incredible what Conmebol are doing.
Y toda la injusticia con la clase baja de la competencia, nada. Entonces ya los árbitros acusados por la misma federación diciendo no le cobraron un penal a Brasil, cuando hay 50.000 sabiendo que eso condiciona, y ya sabe todo lo que es esto, viejo.
I mean, what do you think, people? If we take this overall, right, the whole organization of this Copa America in the United States, first off, when I think of Copa America, I don't think of Waffle House and bald eagles. No, I think of games at the Estadio Monumental or being hosted in Chile or Brazil or Colombia. I think about the flair. I think about the sounds. I think about the drums, the trumpets, everything like that. Somebody was telling me that some of the instruments are not even allowed in the stadium. Okay. If that's because of the United States, then the United States, wait till the World Cup. Because everybody's going to come with all their instruments. Can you imagine, like, the Senegalese fans with all the wonderful drums? They're going to be like, nope, you cannot make sound in this. This is football. This is not basketball where it's defense. Let's go, team. Yeah. No. People are passionate about this sport. They want to bring an atmosphere. They want to bring an environment that spurns on their team. And instead, you're saying no? The whole organization of this tournament has been a fiasco, a disaster, and it's sad because this is the most prestigious international tournament in the world because of the history that it has. But now it's been being a mockery almost in a way. People from Europe and other places are going to look at what Marcelo is saying and thinking to themselves, can't take this tournament serious, when it should be. I love this tournament. What do you think I covered? Why do you think I've been waking up at 3 a.m., 2 a.m. watching the games? Because Copa America embodies football. The passion, the flair, the players giving it all, the managers going crazy on the sideline like we saw with Marcelo against Colombia. But we're not seeing that at this Copa America. We're just seeing games being played on horrible fields, small fields, and the disaster that was the security between Colombia and Uruguay. That's a whole different story, and a lot of people have done videos on it. Recommend going and seeing the other videos. It's sad, man. It really is sad, and I'm glad that Marcelo is calling them out. Marcelo don't care. Marcelo is like, if I'm gonna go down, you're going down with me. The ship, we're all going down with this disaster of a Copa America. Let me know your thoughts, people. Do you think Marcelo is right? Do you think he's going a bit overboard? Or is Marcelo correct in calling out Conmebol? And should other teams and managers do it? Or do you think he's just salty about losing? Maybe it could be that. I don't think so. I think Marcelo, he's a fair loser. And he's just calling out the incompetence that is Conmebol. Conmebol are the biggest losers in this whole thing. They wanted the money, and instead, they're infuriating their product even more.